Hi everyone, welcome back to the Dahlia Society. Today I've got a lot of fabric and plans to show you. This is going to be a long one, so stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, welcome. We are here to inspire you, and I'm always here to hopefully suggest new patterns, show you some sewing I've been doing, and today we have quite a bit of fabric that I've been collecting over the last couple of months. Now behind me you'll notice there's a blossoming tree that has got quite a lot of bees. And if you're familiar with Karina's channel, Lifting Pins and Needles, I think she posted a bee attack last week. So I don't want to repeat what happened to Karina. We can laugh about it now, but at the time I'm sure she was in a bit of a state. But I can admire them from afar. They're busily doing their work there, and I'm just loving all the spring flowers that are coming out at the moment here in Australia. Now, as I've mentioned before, I'm not one for doing big fabric hauls all the time. I prefer to collect fabric, dribs and drabs, and see what I love. And if I have a pattern in mind, usually buy it with that pattern in mind and make the plans then and there. But sometimes that fabric just pops up and you know you have to grab it or you'll never see it again. So that's when it gets quite challenging to know if you've got enough fabric, what you're going to do with it, has it got the right amount of drape, and usually you'll end up short because, you know, those sort of fabrics you don't normally buy a lot if you don't know what you're going to do with it, that is. So that can kind of get you a bit unstuck if you go and buy too much fabric without having the plans. So as I say, here in Australia we're getting to that beautiful spring weather. We have chilly days, but we also have those lovely warm glorious days. Today was 23 degrees, so it's beautiful here today. No wind, and I'm taking advantage of this last bit of afternoon sun to show you all my new fabrics and some new patterns. I wanted to pop on and show you, I am so proud. One of my daughters has taken up sewing, the oldest one, Phoebe. She didn't want to come on camera, but she's actually a textile student at RMIT here in Brunswick, and of course they're all to online learning at the moment. So she has well and truly inherited my fabric love and sewing love. So she's really mastering some fantastic sewing at the moment, and she's made this gorgeous little eater bag. If you're familiar with anime, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, she's a big fan of anime, and she's done a fantastic job, so I'm really proud of her. She's got all of these supplies from Voodoo Rabbit. If you know, it's a Queensland fabric store that has some wonderful bits and pieces, and she's got this beautiful holographic zip, and she's got some Tula pink fabric from, I think, Utopian Threads. So loving how it's come up, and I'm really proud of her, and I'm loving that she's into some garment sewing as well. So at least 1 out of the 5 of my kids has inherited the sewing love so far. But yeah, it's really exciting when you can share that love with one of your family members. First things first, I want to say a huge thank you to A&R Fabrics, who have kindly donated some beautiful linen. A&R Fabrics has let me pick out some colours of some gorgeous, just the most luxurious, it's got like a silken feel to it. The linen that I've chosen here, this one is called Golden, and that is just a gorgeous weight. I haven't washed them yet, so I thought I'll show you before they get thrown in the wash. It's just quite a sort of mid-weight linen, lovely structure to it. Yeah, really excited to make something with these. And she's also given me the navy midnight colorway as well. The navy, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make a pair of Arden pants from Helens Closet. If not, it might be even the new Megan Neilsen Opal pants. And I'm probably thinking the wide leg culotte style pants. So either one of those two patterns would be great with this beautiful mid-weight linen. The golden caramel color, I'll show you up close. I'm actually thinking of making the Sewing Revival's Bellbird dress. Now it's got that similar sleeve to the assembly line cuff dress or cuff top that you might know you're familiar with. But I'm thinking that will make a gorgeous tunic style dress to wear through every season. You can actually layer that for cooler weather as well with like a pair of tights or leggings underneath. So I think that will come up beautifully. So a big thank you to A&R Fabrics, which I will link below the colours as well. I know a lot of her fabrics are out of stock and should be getting more in soon, but there are quite a few colours left. This is actually silk noil, which is just the most beautiful texture. It's actually a blend of silk and it's like a linen-y cotton feel to it. And the structure in this is fantastic for things like pants and jackets. It's quite sort of mid-weight. It's got that beautiful drape. And the thing about the drape that I love the most is the fact that it would make a stunning dress. And the dress that I've got in mind for this is one that was released a couple of weeks ago. It's a dress that I'm thinking this would look gorgeous in is the By Hand London new release called the Tamson Dress, which is a gorgeous square neck almost 70s vintage vibe, beautiful pin tuck pleats as well on it, on the sleeves and on the hem. And I think this fabric will just be beautiful in it. So this is what I'm going to be using. So if you hop on to A&R Fabrics, you'll see the Silk Noil. She has got a couple of colours. I think she might have the Moss left and the Jacaranda, which is like a lilac colour. Before I go any further, the top I've got on today is a Mocha pattern. I will list it below. I think it's the Mocha Patsy pattern. This is in a lovely Swiss dot of oil fabric from Spotlight. So very, very pretty, light, floaty fabric. Just the sort of thing that you want to wear for layering in those trans-seasonal days. And I love a 3/4 sleeve. I think you can get away with it with just about every season as well. Now, another new adventure I've just taken on is that I am part now of the Minerva blogger team, which I'll be doing mine as a vlog form. So I will get to choose some fabric from Minerva and do some makes and show you guys exactly what I've made and the fabric I've used as well. So it's really exciting that it's a UK-based fabric shop, but they do post worldwide. So a big thank you to them for reaching out to me. The first fabric I've chosen is a gorgeous lawn fabric. Now, this is really a lovely tropical vibrant print with a lovely dusky background, like a dusky blush color. But this is just stunning. I'll show you up close. The fruits, they've got pomegranates, orange, banana, and the floral as well. So I've got 4.5 meters of that, and this just speaks caftan to me. So some kind of caftan. I want that floor length kind of vintage vibe caftan. I want to be floating around the house in it with a mimosa and a big straw hat for sitting out in the sunshine for summer. So I'm thinking something along the lines of the assembly line caftan, or maybe even the Charlie caftan from Closet Core Patterns would be another fantastic one to make. Yeah, so any suggestions are welcome. They're the two that I've got in mind for that. So very excited to make that. And the other fabric I've chosen is a gorgeous Georgette crepe fabric in a lovely lilac print. It's got that lovely, really subtle floral, almost vintagey print as well. I'll show you that up close. Now that one I am thinking of making the Marsha style Leila dress in the full length ruffled. Yeah, all the ruffles. I want everything. I want the bell sleeves. I think this will be lovely and light and floaty to wear for that particular pattern. So I've already purchased that pattern, so ready to go for that one. A lot of these were from Spotlight, which were the clearance. As I say, we can't shop at the moment. We're in lockdown, so I love going through the clearance sections of fabric and seeing what I can find. And this one in particular, I think I got for $4 a meter. It's a gorgeous Lurex chiffon. Now this, another vintage-esque fabric. I just think the colours in this is just, purple is so in at the moment, lilac purple, but green's my favourite. So I'm thinking that would make a fantastic robe style, and I've chosen this one here from Vogue. It's a Sandra Betzina pattern, and it's a lovely kimono style robe that you can either have long and drapey or belt it around the middle. And there's two variations on that. You'll see there the way the front is cut with that little bit of facing poking out, that you can either wrap it around or have it sort of drapey. But love the look of that. So I am all over this kind of thing for wearing with a pair of jeans and a t-shirt, or even a little singlet tank top. This one is also perfect for border print. So it has got a bit of a border print on it, and I think I'll be able to utilize that around the facings. But yeah, really, really excited to make that one too. Another pattern I picked up from the same designer from Sandra Betzina was to make some lovely lingerie, some pajamas or nightie for spring, summer. And this, I just love the look of that. It's, yeah, you can use a nightie or the pajama option. It has got the lovely lace edging as well. So I'm going to wait till I find the right fabric till we get our stores open again. I can go and actually feel the texture, that lightweight, even like a bamboo rayon would be perfect for that as well. But yeah, that's the sort of thing I want to see. I want to eyeball the fabric and feel the drape of it, because it needs to be stretched. So at the moment, of course, online shopping is great, but sometimes you just really need to see that fabric in person to get the right hand feel for it. Another bargain from Spotlight, this I picked up for $4 a meter, is another Georgette fabric. That was, yeah, really cheap, and I got about 4 meters of that as well. So I'm thinking for that one, it might be really nice as the Tilly, the Buttons Indigo dress, but the hack, the long line version. I think that's really, really pretty on. I'm probably one of the last people in the sewing world to even make the Indigo, but I've had that pattern for quite a while and just haven't really found the right fabric or been in the mood to sew it, but I think it's a perfect spring dress. So yeah, that I think will come up lovely with that amount of drape. So really vibrant. I'm really loving the blue with the orange and red background. Like, I think that pops out. Now my daughter actually got online to Tessuti last week and she has got a bomber jacket in mind she wants to make. I'll show you her fabric in a moment, but because she was online, I've just gone, hey, let's share the posting. Now the fabric she chose was this gorgeous jacquard in the camo print, which she's going to use a black sparkly ribbing for that as well. I think that's going to come up just stunning. Yeah, it's her first jacket ever, so I've made sure she's made a mock-up version first to make sure she doesn't waste this beautiful fabric. So if you love a beautiful jacquard, hop online to Tessuti. I will link that fabric below so you can also hop online and buy that. So of course we've got to share the postage. I decided to get some of this beautiful Liberty jersey, and of course we all know how expensive Liberty jersey is, so 1.3 meters I allowed myself. I just love the print in this. I'm going to make an Adrienne top from Friday Pattern Company. Is it the Adrienne or the Adriana? I always get those two patterns mixed up, but you know the one I mean, with that lovely voluminous sleeve, the sort of fitted bodice. So have a look at the colours in that, and I'm thinking with that pair of navy blue linen pants that will look gorgeous. And I've also picked up some merino that's coming from the fabric store in a lovely lipstick ready pink colour. I think will look gorgeous in a cardigan over that. So I will get a lot of wear out of that. I think it's lovely. Now I've got to say, this is my most favourite fabric that I picked up this month. This is from Potter & Co in WA in Perth. They have a lovely fabric store with some beautiful fabrics, but this is one of their Turkish viscose prints. Now when I saw this online, I just thought, had to have it. Don't care what I make. It's one of those fabrics you know that you just will haunt you if you don't buy. This print is just, the colours in it are just amazing. I love the floral, the big floral. But especially the pops of the purple with the fuchsia, which is a gorgeous colour to wear. One of my most favourite colours. I don't wear enough of it, but I just think it's stunning. And that beautiful green fern and leaf print. But this is amazing. I'm just so happy I found this fabric. I think they may still have some left online, so pop on there. I'll link the fabric so you can have a look. Now I'm thinking for this, I want the fabric to stand out. I'm not sure about whether I want a plain dress or a plain tunic style dress, but the dress I actually saw that I just straight away thought of was the Sophia by Victory Patterns, that new square necked sheared bust. I just think will look stunning in this, so maybe I'll go for that, but not 100%. And if you know me by now, you know I do change my mind quite regularly, especially when it comes to things like plans. So I do like to have plans, but then I do like to be able to change my mind, because that's a woman's prerogative. We can do that. Now we're over halfway now. Now, if you know, Seamstress Fabrics here in Australia have got a lovely range of Lady McElroy lawns. I was lucky enough to pick a couple up. I know a lot of them had already sold out. I got the last of the spectacle faces. I know she's getting more of it in, so if you like that, I think that's a winner of a print. The beautiful bold bright colours for spring and summer. The cobalt blue and the red will just be stunning as well with those navy pants. Now this is what I'm uncertain of what to make. I'm thinking of a tunic style blouse, but not 100% yet on what we're going to make with these, but I'll think about it. The other was the Midnight Fern fabric, which I think it's Midnight Fern, but I just love the floral print in that. A black background with a floral print is just a winner for me, no matter what kind of fabric it's made of. I just straight away I'm drawn to it. But I'm thinking the Adrienne dress, or is it Adriana? As I say, always mix them up. The Friday Pattern Company dress that's similar to the top, but in the woven. So I think that will look gorgeous in that, and it'll be a kind of piece that I can layer as well. But yeah, look at the print in that. It's just stunning. I could look at that all day. It's another one of my favorites of the month. A bit of a splurge. We all know that it's not the cheapest fabric in the world, but if it's something that you will love and you will wear a lot, then to me it's worth getting a couple of meters and making something just that little bit extra special. Another Australian store that you might not have heard of before is Selvage. I'll link their store below. They have a lot of quilting cottons, a lot of lovely vintage style fabrics. This is a gorgeous cotton linen blend by Rosalie Decker, who's Australian designer. Now it's called Paper Garden, and it's got a beautiful antique feel to it. It almost looks like it could be a vintage fabric, even though it's new. I love I don't normally go for dusty colors or pastel colors, but I love that seafoam green with the pink. And I'm thinking that would be lovely in a crisp shirt. Maybe something like the Kalle from Closet Core Patterns I think could look quite nice with a nice wooden button, or even a mother of pearl style button might really bring that colorway out. But really, really pretty fabric. I just couldn't go past that. It was in her sale section, so have a look if you haven't looked at her store before. She also does stock some Liberty fabrics as well, so that's Selvage. This was another steal. This was from We Are the Fabric Store online, New Zealand fabric company. They do have stores in Australia as well, but this was an online special. It's a lovely jersey, vibrant tropical print, another fuchsia background. You can see how much I love that at the moment, but the colors in that I just think are stunning. Not 100% sure. I was thinking about, when I did purchase, I was thinking about the kilo wrap dress with the long sleeve, but I'm not 100% sure on it yet. I just, I will still have a bit more of a think about that, but it's a really nice weight, a lovely drape to it as well. But the colors, and it was like something like $8 a meter. So I think I'd known it's been on their website for quite some time. So it's obviously one of their older stocked fabrics, but to me, that is just such a bargain for such good quality fabric. So yeah, hopefully they still have some of that left if you're interested. The last fabric before I get onto the other patterns I bought here is a lovely fabric. It's a brushed poly, which is a really super duper soft fabric from Lush Fabrics in WA as well. I'm not sure if they have any of that left, but they do have quite a big variety of double brush polys if you're interested. They have a lovely softness brush, really nice weight without being too heavy. So there's quite a lot you could possibly do with that. The other thing I was maybe thinking about was the Nova jumpsuit by True Bias. Nova jumpsuit is another new release by True Bias. I think it's a lovely pattern, and I've seen that on Liz the Baker That Sews made a really nice version of that too. So really pretty sort of vintagey looking fabric. Love the mustards and the taupe colors in that with the red background, but that's a really nice red. That's the kind of red I like to wear. So as well as those indie patterns that I mentioned that I've purchased through the last couple of weeks, I've also got a couple of patterns online. Now I've been really inspired by Montoya Mayo. If you follow her YouTube channel, you'll know just how amazing her style is, and also her Instagram is just incredible. So Montoya is from the US, and she's a grade 5 teacher, and I think an episode I listened to on Love to Sew, the podcast, she was the most inspiring person just to talk about, when you listen to her talk about her students and her love of sewing, and just how much she instills in their creativity, and she actually gives them rewards as far as tokens go. So when they earn enough tokens from, she's positive reinforcement. So when they earn enough tokens, she actually puts that into a little bank account for them for sewing. So she'll give them sewing lessons as well. So how awesome would that be to have a teacher that was that you're basically your style icon, your teacher, and someone to teach you sewing. I just think it's amazing. But I love watching her on YouTube, and I love her use of Ankara fabrics, bright bold prints, bright yellows and reds, and I just think she looks amazing. So she's inspired me to buy these patterns, because I think one of these she might have had on in her Instagram. That one's the New Look 6514. Just that lovely long line drapey jacket, like an over kind of, like a duster jacket, I would say. Lightweight. You can make it in things like double gauze or linens. And also this one here, the 9377, I think she made the middle one. She wears them with jeans and just with t-shirts, and just that pop of color and pattern over the top of that really just it looks amazing. So there are a couple of new patterns that I really want to be able to incorporate into my wardrobe. Also, there's the LB Textiles Summerfield jacket, which is another pattern I've bought recently. I've got to decide what to do with that, because I've got some other fabrics from a while ago in my stash to use up for that. And the Lichen Duster from So Liberated is another really pretty duster jacket as well. So I think the layering is just the thing that you want at the moment when you're going to those transitional stages of weather. And yeah, if they have things like jeans, I just think that would look amazing. If you could find like a crochet or embroidered style fabric and have the double gauze, look how incredible that would look. for layering. So yeah, really inspired by Montoya. So if you haven't checked out her channel, definitely have a look at it. I'm sure she'll inspire you as well. So that is going to keep me going well into summer. I think I have got one more fabric that's coming, that because we've ordered online here in Australia. The backlog of postage is like 3 weeks behind. So there are a couple more fabrics I know I have ordered that, yeah, should be here shortly, but they can carry over into my next episode because, yeah, as I said, a lot of this is quite summery colours as well. We're heading into that sort of, yeah, spring, summer. The colours start brightening up for me and lightening up. So yeah, it's nice to have a change. Thank you for watching. We've still got a bit of daylight left. That was good that we got through all the fabrics. Yeah, hopefully I inspired you today, and hopefully, yeah, as I say, I won't need to buy any more fabric for quite some time. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already followed me on Instagram, I'm at Dahlia_Society. I do have an Instagram page which I post on quite regularly as well. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that, and hit that little notification bell to be alerted to any new episode. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Keep safe. Bye for now.